Welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. Hope you're all doing really well, and I just want to thank all of those of you who have subscribed to my channel so far. I really appreciate that. And those of you who haven't, if you would like to, that would be fantastic. So thank you so much. Today I'm just doing this 20 centimetre by 20 centimetre ceramic tile. I did a video the other day trying out the colours I want to use on a really big piece that I'm going to do soon. And I just wanted to try using the similar colours, except I'm going to switch out the cyan, which was metallic, and I'm going to replace it with the turquoise, which is an opaque. I'm also, instead of using the white cell activator, I'm going to use the black cell activator. So it's the Amsterdam Oxide Black. Now I've mixed that to the consistency where it's 1 part paint to 4 parts Australian Floetrol. All my paints are mixed with Australian Floetrol except for the Pouring Masters Sunflower Iridescent, which I'm going to be putting into the paint today. And even the Mont Pouring Paint Shiraz, which is my favourite pink. I call that hot pink, not Shiraz, but they call it Shiraz. I have mixed that with Australian Floetrol as well. I find the Mont pouring paints are a little bit thicker than some of the other pouring paints, and so you can thin it out just a little bit with the Floetrol, and that helps to create some cells, hopefully. So I'm just going to lay down a base of the Eraldo pouring paint Oyster, and for no other reason other than the fact that I want to use that up. And I know that it's going to be completely covered by my paints when I blow them out, so it doesn't really matter what I've got on the base. It is quite thin, this one, and as this is it's kind of a bloom, but it's kind of a Dutch pour as well. Certainly when I do a very big piece, I'm going to be doing about a 1 metre by 1 metre, then I will definitely use a thinner paint so that when I do blow it out, the paints will reach far afield, which is what I want. So I'm just going to now spin this out, put a little bit more on there. And I'll be back in a sec. I do like to spin out and tilt my base paints, just so that they're nice and flat, particularly when you're doing a blowout. It just helps the paints to flow if they haven't got any resistance from any ridges. And as you can see, that's nice and flat. So I'll just burst any bubbles. So now I'm just going to lay down my paints. So the first one is the Eraldo di Paolo Wattle. So I'm just trying to go more or less in the center. Now to get the center, just get your little skewer, gently lie it down or lay it down on there. Come the other way as well. And I can see the center is right there. Not that it has to be absolutely perfect, but I like things to be a little bit symmetrical. That's just me. So here we go. Now I want a fair bit of the yellow. That yellow, and I'm going to put down some of this Eraldo turquoise. So I'm not using any metallics in those first two, and they are both opaques. I'm then laying down the Pouring Masters Sunflower Iridescent, which has a slight colour shift between yellow and a bit of a pinky shade, and hopefully that will show up over the top of that turquoise, which is opaque. Might help that to sort of shimmer through. Then I'm putting down the Shiraz, Mont Pouring Paint Shiraz. So I just love that pink. I don't mind quite a bit of that showing up. I have ordered a new turntable. This one tends to go off balance on me, but it hasn't arrived yet. And then the gold in the center. Put a fair bit of the gold because I do like it. Burst any bubbles. And now I'm going to use the black cell activator. So you may have seen the video I did the other day where I used the white cell activator. These are pretty much the same paints other than I've taken out the metallic cyan and put the turquoise in, and I'm going to use the black cell activator just to see what difference it makes. So putting that in the center, and I just want to put a little bit around as well. And now I'm just going to use my usual hairdryer, which I use on low and on cool heat. So wish me luck. Oh, pretty. Blow out that way first. And the Shiraz with that gold over the top is gorgeous. And the turquoise with a bit of yellow. The yellow was supposed to be the hero on this piece, but it's kind of disappeared somewhat. Which probably just means I'll put too much of the other colours on top. It's always a fine line to know how much paint to put down when you're laying your paints down. To know which colour is going to, you know, come over the top of the other colours and how it's going to work. I do like the black cell activator. Would like to get a bit more of my yellow in there somewhere. So I'm just going to add a bit around the edges here. A couple of spots. Blow that out with a little bit of the iridescent on top of it. We'll see what happens. Tiny bit of cell activator. Let's pour a little bit more into it. Just do a tiny bit of modification. And now spin. Well, it's very pretty. Just give it another spin. Okay, well, I'll now bring you down for a close-up. So here we are coming down for the close-up of this piece. The centre is very pretty. It's got a lot of gold, and as I say, my yellow didn't show up much, but I believe it's because I put turquoise, which was opaque, on top of the yellow, which wasn't opaque, and the turquoise just obliterated my yellow. So I may change the order around and put the turquoise on the bottom and the yellow on top, or I might just use a different colour, and maybe I'll use the semi-transparent on top of the yellow instead. So I will see. But in the meantime, this is an interesting piece. It's got lots of nice cells using the black cell activator. Bit of modification there. And I'll just put the flash on for you so that you can see what that looks like as well. Just try and pick up on the shimmer a bit. There it is. That's my gold. Mont pouring paint gold, picking up the shimmer there. So it's another very pretty piece, but it's still not exactly what I'm going for. I do want more yellow coming through. So I think I'm going to put the yellow down second instead of first and try that. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed that one today, guys. And I'll see you back here in Studio 33 in the not too distant future. Until then, stay safe. Bye-bye.